Bhutan, where they measure progress by gross national happiness. If you're looking for a place where the rules of the modern world get tossed out the window, where everything's the opposite of what you expect, then Bhutan is your destination. It's not some boring country with strict rules, but a place where anything is possible. From women being able to sleep with other men without being called unfaithful, it's a unique cultural thing. To doctors who don't just prescribe medicine, but also prescribe happiness. Get ready for some seriously shocking discoveries about Bhutan, a country where money doesn't matter. Only happiness is what truly counts. Nestled high in the Himalayas, the tiny nation of Bhutan isn't just about breathtaking scenery. It's also famous for its unique approach to progress called gross national happiness, GNH. First dreamed up in 1972 by Jigme Singye Wangchuck, the fourth king of Bhutan, GNH focuses on the quality of life, protecting nature, and cherishing cultural traditions rather than solely chasing economic growth like most other countries. Because of this, Bhutan has crafted a harmonious society that prioritizes its people's health, education, environment, and overall happiness. This philosophy is even woven into the education system, where schools teach values like compassion, environmental awareness, and a deep sense of cultural identity. Though only 38,394 square kilometers in size, Bhutan is packed with a rich culture and a fascinating history. In 2008, Bhutan transitioned from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional one, ushering in a democratic political system. Yet, the country fiercely holds on to its traditional values through vibrant Buddhist festivals like Sechu, awe-inspiring Dzong fortresses, and unique folk customs, a beautiful blend of old and new. Bhutan is also deeply committed to protecting its environment, maintaining over 60% of its land as forest and investing in renewable energy, mostly through hydropower. The nation proudly holds the distinction of being one of the few carbon-negative countries in the world, meaning it absorbs more CO2 than it emits. On top of that, Bhutan has pledged to remain carbon neutral in the future, a goal few other nations have achieved. Visitors to Bhutan are also asked to follow the high-value, low-impact philosophy, ensuring tourism doesn't harm the country's environment and culture. What's more, Bhutan is often called a happiness haven. The government regularly conducts gross national happiness surveys, measuring mental well-being, education quality, job satisfaction, and community connections. These elements have helped make Bhutan an example of sustainable development, where the happiness of its people comes first. It's become a destination not just for its stunning landscapes, but also for its profound life philosophy. Get ready for some seriously shocking discoveries about Bhutan, a country where money doesn't matter. Only happiness is what truly counts. 1. Married women can sleep with other men. In Bhutan, marriage is a flexible concept. Married women aren't required always to be stuck with their husbands. Traditionally, if a woman has feelings for another man, she can ask for permission to sleep with him, and this is done with respect and mutual consent. It might sound a little crazy. While it might seem odd and confusing to many other cultures, it's just a harmonious way of life for the Bhutanese. They believe love doesn't need to be restricted or possessive. Feelings between two people are seen as free, without ownership or force, but based on respect and agreement between both sides. This reflects part of Bhutan's philosophy of life: individual freedom and respect within relationships. Relationships don't necessarily have to follow traditional forms, but can be flexible and develop in a way that feels comfortable and happy for both people. 2. Bhutan has no traffic lights, where traffic moves slower than a cow. Bhutan is the only country in the world without traffic lights. Instead, they have traffic police officers at intersections, directing traffic with gestures that, at a glance, look like a traditional dance performance. The peacefulness of Bhutanese traffic is not thanks to technology, but to the character of the people. They're not in a rush, don't cut in line, and don't honk their horns like crazy. While other cities around the world struggle with traffic jams, in Bhutan, it only takes a leisurely cow strolling into the road to make all vehicles stop. The Bhutanese believe that slowing down gives them more time to enjoy the scenery and appreciate life. What's the rush when you've got those majestic mountains and clear blue skies right in front of you? 3. Bhutanese men wear skirts. It's not just fashion, it's a survival tool. Men don't just wear skirts for fashion or style, it's the traditional national dress called the go. The go isn't just a cultural garment. It has a very special purpose that you won't find anywhere else. Designed with a supersized pocket, the go can hold more than you'd expect, from a quick meal to a set of toys, and even a big mirror so you can check yourself out anytime. More than just a piece of clothing, the go is a magical outfit in unexpected situations. For example, if you're suddenly invited to dinner with friends and you're not prepared, with just a go, you can totally save the day by pulling out a pack of instant noodles from your huge pocket. Yep, this skirt not only helps you cheat a free meal, but is also a versatile tool for surprising moments. So, the go is not just an outfit, but a symbol of convenience and creativity in Bhutanese culture. 4. Bhutan bans tobacco. Restrictions to protect their community, nature and future. Cigarettes are a luxury, so much so, they are banned. Bhutan stands out with its strict laws designed to protect public health and the environment. One of the most unique laws is the complete ban on tobacco, showing the government's commitment to protecting people from the harmful effects of smoking. Moreover, Bhutan was the first country in the world to ban plastic bags, helping to reduce pollution and preserve the rich natural landscape. Bhutan's environmental protection policies are also reflected in its maintaining over 70% of its land as forests, a key step in addressing climate change and preserving biodiversity. Other rules, such as banning alcohol advertising and protecting wildlife, show that Bhutan doesn't only focus on economic growth, but also on building a sustainable and healthy society. These laws, though they might seem strict, really reflect a philosophy of harmonious and sustainable living, not just for immediate gain, but for a healthier future for all the people of Bhutan. 5. Bhutanese fortune tellers, answering everything from love to the weather. If you think Google is the only place with answers, you're wrong. In Bhutan, all decisions, big and small, go through a fortune teller. Fortune tellers are not only those who predict the future, but also play an important role in everyday life. Bhutanese people often seek out fortune tellers for advice on decisions, from small things like choosing a good day to major things like marriage or career choices. Want to do business? Ask the fortune teller. Want to get married? Ask the fortune teller. Wondering whether to go traveling? The answer is definitely ask the fortune teller. What's special is that respect for fortune tellers isn't limited to small communities, but extends to important political decisions as well. Before making major changes in government or the country, the Bhutanese government might consult fortune tellers to make sure all decisions will bring peace and happiness to the people. With such a deep influence on culture and spiritual life, fortune tellers in Bhutan are an essential part of society, helping to maintain balance and harmony in all areas. They don't only predict the future, but also help people find peace of mind, something hugely important in Bhutanese culture. 6. No fast food chains, and they don't need them. The Bhutanese don't know about McDonald's, KFC, or Starbucks. For them, fast food is a luxury. The people here don't seek global chains. Instead, they preserve traditional dishes that are deeply rooted in their culture. One of the most iconic dishes is emits, a simple yet incredibly tasty meal of yak cheese and chili peppers. Yak cheese, made from the milk of the yak, a special cow found in the Himalayas, has a rich and fragrant flavor. When combined with fresh chili, emadachi doesn't just create a spicy taste, but also brings an unforgettable warmth. Especially, the chili in emadachi isn't the mild kind. It might make you rush for a glass of cold water immediately. This dish shows the perfect combination of natural ingredients and is the staple in Bhutanese meals, enjoyed with rice and sometimes a little meat. In fact, emadachi is considered a holy dish that's essential in every family meal, reflecting the simple yet rich and full way of life in Bhutan. Bhutan stands out as a nation deeply rooted in a tradition of non-violence, stemming from the country's profound Buddhist teachings. Bhutanese law strictly prohibits the taking of any life, including the operation of slaughterhouses in any form, which is considered illegal. As a result, most of the meat consumed there is imported from India. Bhutanese people consume very little meat, and many find it difficult to even eat it due to feelings of guilt over the souls of the animals that have died. In the Bhutanese belief system, Buddha taught that not only should one refrain from killing living beings, but also one should not cause them to be killed or encourage others to commit such acts. Buddha urged people to avoid harming any living creature, whether weak or strong, as all beings tremble at violence, fear death, and cherish their own lives. This humanitarian value is deeply ingrained in the lives of the Bhutanese people, transforming their country into a society where compassion is not just an ethical concept, but also a guiding principle in their daily actions. Beyond the prohibition of killing, Bhutan also enforces very strict laws to protect wildlife, especially the black-necked crane, a rare and vulnerable bird. The black-necked crane is not only a cultural symbol, but also carries sacred significance for the Bhutanese people, and intentionally killing one can result in severe penalties, potentially including life imprisonment or even the death penalty. This deep respect for life, whether human or animal, has become a core aspect of Bhutan's national. 7. Gross national happiness, where happiness is number 1 and money is number 2. When someone asks you, "Are you happy?" it's not just small talk in Bhutan, but an essential part of social life and national politics. Bhutan is the only country in the world where the government doesn't measure progress by GDP, gross domestic product, but instead by gross national happiness, GNH. Started in 1972 under the leadership of King Jigme Singye Wangchuck, GNH doesn't just measure material wealth, but focuses on factors like spiritual well-being, environmental protection, cultural development, and social justice. According to a 2020 study by the University of Bhutan, about 75% of the people in Bhutan say they are happy with their lives, much higher than the global average, around 53%. Furthermore, Bhutan topped the global happiness rankings published by the United Nations in 2015, an indicator of the satisfaction and quality of life of the people. This approach isn't just theory. It is reflected in real policies and programs. The Bhutanese government especially encourages citizens to participate in spiritual activities like meditation, yoga, and nature walks, to help them maintain a balance between physical and mental well-being. One of the most notable policies is the maintenance of over 70% of the country's land as forests, to protect the environment and ensure sustainable development. Despite challenges like rough mountain terrain and harsh weather, the Bhutanese people remain positive and smiling. They believe happiness doesn't come from material wealth, but from harmony between personal life and the environment around them. And if you ask a Bhutanese person, "Are you happy?" they'll surely answer, "Definitely. Life's a journey, not a destination." 8. Penis drawings on walls, art that wards off evil. The only place in the world where you might see drawings of penises on walls? Don't be surprised. It's not a joke or a prank. These drawings have a magical purpose: warding off evil spirits. Bhutanese people believe these drawings will help protect families and communities from bad spirits and bring luck to the home and the owner. One tourist shared, "The first time I went to Bhutan and saw those walls with these drawings, I thought I'd entered a horror movie. But the people here told me, 'Don't worry, it's just how we protect our homes.'" It can be said that in Bhutan, art doesn't need to be pretty or polite, as long as it's effective in keeping away the evil spirits. 9. Free education. In Bhutan, you learn for fun, not for exams. Education isn't limited to math or literature, but also a process that helps students understand the value of happiness. Education in Bhutan is completely free, and there is no exam pressure like in many other countries. Students in Bhutan don't worry about grades, but instead are encouraged to enjoy learning and discovering the joy in it. The Bhutanese people believe that when students feel happy, comfortable, and not stressed, they absorb knowledge better. This is why schools in Bhutan focus on creating a positive learning environment where kids can create freely, explore, and develop in their way. This not only helps students learn better, but also helps them develop important life skills. If you ask a student in Bhutan about their favorite subject, don't be surprised if the answer is, "It's called feeling happy." This is clear proof of the education philosophy in Bhutan. Happiness and contentment in life are the keys to learning effectively. 10. Free health care. Don't worry, you won't just get treatment, but happiness therapy. You definitely won't find expensive clinics or costly medical services like in other countries, because in Bhutan, healthcare is completely free for everyone. But what's special is that healthcare here isn't just about treating illnesses, but also part of a deep life philosophy about the balance between physical and mental health. Going to a doctor in Bhutan is not just for treating sickness, but also for healing happiness. In Bhutan, the concept of health is limited to treating symptoms of illness, but also includes mental care. People visit the doctor not only for a cold, headaches, or common ailments, but also to find harmony in their lives. Doctors don't just focus on prescribing medicine, but are also ready to advise on how to maintain mental health, helping patients feel happier in everyday life. With the belief that real health is the combination of physical and mental well-being, Bhutan has built a comprehensive health system where treatment isn't just based on medicine, but also a process of nourishing the mind and emotions. With each appointment with a doctor in Bhutan, aside from receiving physical care, you also get a boost of free happiness, a spirit boost that helps you feel healthier in both mind and body. Conclusion. So, after this colorful tour of Bhutan, do you understand why the people there are always smiling, joyful, and so free? From having no traffic lights to having happiness as a standard for national progress, Bhutan is a world completely different from what you're used to. If you're still dreaming of luxuries like money or fast food, then try living a day in Bhutan and feeling what life is like with true happiness. Who knows? Maybe you'll find joy and peace among those snowy mountains and flower fields where those penises on the walls aren't something to be ashamed of, but are a symbol of good luck.